Ripple effect, the untold story of XRP. The shadows of Bitcoin's meteoric rise, a different kind of revolution quietly began. It was 2012. A trio of visionaries, David Schwartz, Jed McCaleb, and Arthur Britto, laid the foundation for something far more than a cryptocurrency. They weren't building just digital money. They were building a new financial nervous system for the planet. They called it XRP. Unlike Bitcoin, which mined blocks through power-hungry computers, XRP ran on the XRP ledger, an energy-efficient, lightning-fast consensus protocol. It could settle global transactions in 3 seconds. And it wasn't trying to fight the system. It was built to upgrade it. Early believers saw it. A tool for banks, institutions, and governments to move money as easily as sending an email. Ripple Labs, the company behind the vision, partnered with over 300 financial institutions globally, an army preparing for the digital financial war. But a storm was coming. And the SEC lawsuit, the dark winter in December 2020, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, sued Ripple, claiming XRP was an unregistered security. Overnight, XRP was delisted from major exchanges. Price collapsed. Fear, uncertainty, doubt spread like wildfire. For many, this was the end. But for XRP holders, known as the XRP Army, this was only the beginning. While the crypto world mocked and moved on, they dug in. They read court filings, followed every hearing, and refused to give up. Ripple fought back. CEO Brad Garlinghouse stood firm, defending the company's mission. As the legal battles raged, Ripple kept expanding, building corridors in Asia, Africa, and the Middle East, tokenizing real estate, carbon credits, and even central bank currencies. And then a thunderclap. On our victory and the turnaround in July 2023, Judge Torres ruled that XRP is not a security in secondary markets. The case didn't just shake the crypto world. It sent a message to the financial elite. XRP survived, and it wasn't going anywhere. Relistings came fast. Partnerships resumed. Confidence returned. But behind the scenes, the real transformation had begun. Ripple had quietly integrated with ISO 2022, the global banking standard for messaging systems. And XRP was now being tested by central banks, hedge funds, and sovereign entities as a bridge currency for real-time global settlements. Something was shifting. Like the Great Reset, XRP's rise to 1,000 by 2027, a global financial reset began. Debt crises, inflation, and geopolitical tensions triggered an emergency. The world needed a neutral, liquid, and instant settlement layer. XRP, with its fixed supply and blazing speed, was the solution hiding in plain sight. Ripple's liquidity hub activated across nations. XRP became the bridge asset between currencies, commodities, and tokenized assets. Gold, oil, real estate, even stock indexes were now being tokenized and moved across the XRP ledger. By 2029, XRP was no longer called a cryptocurrency. It was the world reserve digital asset. The price? $1,000 per XRP. But holders knew it wasn't about the money anymore. It was about freedom from the old system, about a decentralized future where value moved without friction, borders, or bias. Her final message, the ripple effect. This isn't just a crypto story, it's a movement. A spark that began with 3 engineers now lights the path for an entirely new economy. One where banks, businesses, and people all operate on equal rails. XRP didn't just survive the storm. It became the eye of the new financial hurricane. And for those who saw it early, who held through the chaos, who believed when others doubted, the reward wasn't just in dollars. It was in knowing they were part of the greatest financial transformation in human history. This is the ripple effect.